Go. Hello, MS Live. I'm your host, Dulci Hill. It's the second time I've said this because I started Facebook first. And that's because when Facebook starts first, there's all sorts of, hi, Bev. There's a time. It just, it just, on YouTube. I've been told, Paul, how are you? I hope you're healing well. I was wondering about your surgery. Paul, if you're watching this, Paul, please pray for Paul. In fact, let me lift him up. Dear Heavenly Father, I ask that you take this time and just lift him up and heal him. Heal his just just heal him. You know, his surgery, it was pretty traumatic and it's painful. Lord, comfort him, preserve him, and make him a light of your world. In Jesus' name, I give thanks. Amen. Anyway, all right, Paul. Paul is my sister-in-law's father. So he is, he's family, Paul's family. So, and I don't get a lot of family who pay attention. Paul, I got to thank you. I see when people watch, and hi, Mace, hi, Jane. Jane, did you get your bookmark? Did you probably faster than I got my swim stuff. So I yesterday had a rough day. So I want to talk a little bit. Today's topic is going to be about the risk and severity of getting COVID. The risk of getting COVID when you're on an immunosuppressant medication for MS or for anything for that matter. I want to talk about it. Hi, Melissa. Good morning to you. Uh, that's wonderful. I got you a couple, so you can hand them out to your friends if you want. By the way, so the severity. There's a couple news things that I have read. In fact, I'll wait till everybody gets here before I start talking about the severity of COVID when it comes to having MS, and also the problems with getting the vaccination because it's a whole individual's. It's an individual choice for those of us who haven't gotten it. I who haven't gotten the vaccination. Again, it just and it's just a personal choice of mine. I like you guys know I gather information, and the more information I gather for all of this, it's called analysis paralysis. So I'm paralyzed in what is true. I'm paralyzed. So, the more paralyzed I get, the less likely I am to do anything about it. So, I thought I was at huge risk, being around, going out, whatever, maybe because I'm an immunosuppressant. I was told by Hopkins, you're on rituximab, people on this medication that you're on is really has it gets COVID and has the worst time of it. I've been told that, and she says for that reason I want to give you the shot right now. And you know what? If I took the shot right now, the vaccination right now, I would be. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. I'd be letting the genie out, and I just I can't do that unless I get the blessing of my husband, unless I get. So my bottom line was like, I have a religious objection. It's a religious objection. By the way, that is one of the only excuses you can that uh, disqualifies you. You can say, in fact, I said that to her. I said, uh, you know what? I have a biblical marriage, and I got to get my husband on board with that. Good morning. All right, Melissa says she was vaccinated in January and February, so I could work as a CART member, putting consent on clipboards for a drive-through clinic in town. And it just, I just, that's kind of creepy. Not you, Melissa, but it's creepy for any work requiring you to take something uh, internally to keep your job. I just, this here, in fact, I'm wearing a t shirt that is the preamble of the Declaration of Independence. And I have to go back to that because uh, the reason why America exists. Hi, Chris. Hi, Susan. Hi, Dennis. The reason why America exists, the United States exists, the reason why there was Jamestown, and why there was Plymouth settlement in 1600. The reason why is to escape the tyranny of the requirements of the government in England. King George Wheaton. My ancestors from 1636 is the first ancestor I have that touched foot in on this continent. And I got to tell you, it just, you gotta ask, you just to ask, just keep asking. I keep asking, is this the right choice? So the tyranny, going back to Melissa, God bless you, Melissa, because you know what? A lot of us just, I would say, it's easier to take a vaccination or to just let them push us around than it is to have confrontation. I hear there's going to be a lockdown again. Good morning, Jane. The other Jane's here. Yay, there's going to be, I hear that there is. I don't know. I don't watch the network news because it upsets me. I said it. It upsets me. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch that. So I have to go back to saying I read the news because I can take what I want. Um, I don't know. That's I read the news, so everything is I read the news, so they're going to lock everything down, tell everybody, I don't know. Tim, I can't put that on because it's got colorful. You said something. So I'm going to share with you what Tim said without the colorful words. Tim believes that if nobody had the vaccine, the world would be in trouble, would be just in terrible trouble. And why? Where do you get your? And all I got is, why do you believe that? Why do you believe that? I'm just saying. I'm asking why? Why is all right? Yeah, and Diana can't watch the news anymore, and Chris talks about the new. And you know what? And some people say you can only watch CNN or you can only watch Fox. Oh, I get my rules from. I'm going to cover that, Tim. I get my rules from the Bible. And I'll tell you what, those of you who knew me in high school or in college or as a child know for a fact I was a wild child. I was crazy wild. In fact, I had there's Facebook things that you can pick out how bad were you, and it says have you ever, has a load of questions. I did it all but probably one. I did it all. I did it all. You know what? And all right, now question. This here, Tim says that how many millions are dead, and I'll say yes, but here's my question, because a question denotes a question, right? Here's my question. In 2018, it was the worst flu epidemic death on record, worldwide, on record. The flu is a COVID strain. All right, the flu. All right, in 2019 and 2020, because if you've had the flu, it comes up COVID. Everybody who died of the flu was listed as COVID. All right, take away the flu deaths. Who died? All right, now I got to look at who died because I'm a statistics chick, right? Who died? So, as you age, as you grow another year older, your chances of making it to the following year are less, are precipitously less. So, say you're 75, your chances to make it to 80 are probably, say, let's just say, are 75% chance you're going to make it to 80. All right. All right. Now let's factor in comorbidities. Comorbidities. And we say maybe you have high cholesterol. Maybe you were a smoker. I don't know. All right. Take that off, Tim. Take all those regular deaths. Take, all right, millions of people are dead. All right, take how many millions of people would be dead anyway, away from the millions of people who are dead that they're claiming from the virus. All right, and get back to me. Look at those numbers, because that, if you go to msfrontiers.org and you look at the medication, you'll see something. Ours is the only site that does the effectiveness as compared to on each drug as compared to nothing. You're not on anything, and because they don't do that anymore. These drug companies, what they started doing is they started comparing it to our first drugs, right? The DMDs. It's like, hey, nobody with MS should be on anything. So what they're going to do is they're going to say, if people on Lemtrada are much better off than people on Copaxone. But what about people on Lemtrada compared to people without Lemtrada? This is what I'm saying. Look at the pure numbers, because you can't. What is the basis of the argument? So it just, it's logic. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying, Tim, you're wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, when we can't be so cocksure. Cocksure is arrogant wrapped in ignorance. We cannot allow ourselves to be ignorant. Uh, um, we got to be careful being led around the nose, being told, being bullied by people who says, wear your mask, wear your mask. It's like, it's a choice. For me, it's a choice. I'll tell you what, call me a freak. I can't breathe in those masks. I can't do it. But I will tell you, I can't breathe when I pull the sheet over my head. I actually get panicked in my bed. I get panicked because I don't feel like I'm breathing. Yet, here's something bizarre. I can breathe with it contradicts. What I'm going to tell you is a contradiction. I have a snorkel. I can do labs. I can breathe, and there is no doubt I get more air under a sheet or in a mask than I do in a snorkel. So it's a contradiction. The thing is that my brain, unless it feels cool air coming in to its lungs, thinks that it's suffocating. And so I can't. I have not worn a mask the entire pandemic. The entire I've hugged everyone because I'm a hugger. So if I see any one of you on the street, people who know me, who live, my neighbors, anybody who watches me, I hug all of you. I hug all of you. I'm a hugger because I would rather die by hug than live in fear with a disease. But that's me. That's me. That's not you. And I gotta say, and it may be, all right. So I'm gonna go back and read. So for me, I am advanced. I've had MS for now 30, roughly 37 years since they traced it. And I got to tell you that having advanced secondary progressive MS, it's not fun. It's not fun. Uh, uh, so how can I say this? I may be a little reckless hugging people because, hi, Garen, because death has no sting because of who I am religiously. Uh, uh, so, so don't, I'm not afraid of the devil because, you know what? It's got, only be afraid if it's worse. And part of the reason why I don't get the vaccine is that I've read reports, and I know people that I know people who have felt like all of a sudden they feel like me because they got the vaccine, or they credited to getting it. Why they get the vaccine? They're Christians who got the vaccine, but they got it because their work required it, and they are noble. They do a noble work job. Some of them are doctors or nurses, and it's a lesser evil. Maybe it's worth it to them to die of a vaccine to serve those who, maybe. But who am I? Who am I? Remember, I just I'm hosting this. So all right, so I'm going to go back and say, Melissa says, well, for me, God is in charge and I'm not, and believe He will protect me from the vaccine and the virus. Sarah says, we're giving away tinfoil hats. All right, there's a number of tinfoil hat wearers that are sharing. All right, Chris said, a couple of senators have been vaccinated and now tested positive for COVID. So there's some people that are getting vaccinated that now are being tested. Uh, and Jane Buck says she doesn't know who or what to believe, so just be prepared in case of anything. And it's true, but don't know who or what to believe. It's true. Uh, some of us don't know who or what to believe, so we would err on the side of caution and get the vaccination. Others of us don't know what to believe or who or what to believe, and we enter analysis paralysis. It's like, you know what? I don't, you know what? Here's a secret. A secret. I don't like anybody telling me what to do. There, I said, I just want to know. Like my husband saying, make sure that you've got your walker when you walk out front. You should swim. I don't want to be told what to do. And I have always been a rebel. So when they say don't smoke cigarettes, I'm going to smoke them. When they say don't drink, I'm going to drink. This is me as a kid. What shouldn't I do? I did it all. I did it all. So the minute somebody tells me you will get the vaccination, the more I'm like, no, no. You know what? I won't. Well, I won't because I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. Okay, so uh, let's see. If we are supposed to be better, then why is the press opening the borders and without testing them? Chris says, okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Chris says, if we're supposed to be vaccinated, then why are they opening borders without testing people? How about them opening borders and giving the people that come into our country the vaccination? I don't know. There's got to be some congruency. What is congruency? Congruency is the opposite of insanity. Well, no, it could be insanity. It's congruency is reinforcing either the truth or the lie. So you gotta invite all information. All right. And Melissa says politicians and reporters aren't honest. That's an oxymoron. Politicians and reporters are oxymoron. All right, I know what you're trying to say. To say that a politician or news reporter is honest, and I gotta honestly tell you, I was talking to a gentleman at the pool the other day, and he said to me, never before has there been this many, ever in the history of the world, has there been this many smart, brilliant, logical people who are analyzing the obvious. His concern, and he's been vaccinated, his concern was the financial impact on businesses uh, of businesses in the United States. If you close everything down, what happens? What happens to these businesses? So you got to ask yourself, what is the financial impact on closing everything down? How many businesses? how many lives are ruined financially? Uh, um, also, all right, so let's see. All right, because he's nuts. All right, Chris. All right, Sarah's. All right, so now I'm going to. Chris, I love you. All right, Jane got the vaccination. She said she lost partial vision. It could be because of the MS. It could be she's having an attack, or it could be the vaccination. She's waiting to get an MRI. That is, Jane, you got to keep us in the loop. I'm sorry. You're gosh. Uh, uh, and she's wearing a sexy eye patch. That's what you on your eye patch. You should uh, paint an eyeball. All right, and let's see. Hi, Michael. Let's see. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to say this is on msnewstoday.com. It's a post I read today about people on immunosuppressants. Whether you're uh, uh, on immunosuppressants like Solumedrol, prednisone, let's see, any of the ABC drugs, Avonex, Betaseron, Copaxone, yada, 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 yada. All right, so I'll say it does not increase the risk. This is, I'm reading right from this news broadcast. It does not increase the risk of developing a more severe form of COVID-19 or dying from the disease than adjusting for known risk factors, than adjusting for known risk factors, which is what I am fighting everybody to do. Take the total death any given year, reduce it by the total death of any given year, uh, anyway, without cause, and let's see what that number is. Can somebody look that up for me? Can somebody look up the total deaths in 2018 in the world? The total deaths in 2019. In fact, I'll do it. I'll do it. All right. So the typical. All right. The continued before I look it up. People who have low to moderate risk of severe COVID outcomes should be aimed at providing the best possible care, regardless of the pandemic, the researchers noted. This is from an Austrian registry-based study. All right. Okay, so let me. Uh, okay, so I'm going to total death. All right, so world death rate. Oh boy, it's been Googled. All right, total. All right, here we go. Total. All right, it's 7.53 deaths per 100,000 people. All right, let's write it down. Write it down. 2018. What is that? That is 0.75 worldwide. All right, and 2009. What? All right, how many people die a year in the world? All right, so they're saying 60 million people die in the world. Death rate in 2019. All right. Ooh. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, here I got some numbers for you. The world. This is macrotrends.net. Countries in 2017. Ready for this? 2017. The world death rate in 2017 was 7.57. And 2018, it was 7.54. And 2019, with COVID, now this is the total death rate, 7.79. That's crazy. So you know what? That's crazy. So they can't do. Let's see if they've got 20. Holy smokes! I've learned something. 19. I'm writing this down because 7.579, 19, 18, 17. And then 20, because I'm going to look up 20 next, right? 20. All right. 18. That is 7. All right. 18. 7.546. Now, typically that's per thousand. All right. So per thousand. Let's see. Per thousand. All right. And this is 7.570. All right. So, all right. Yeah, because I can't see anything you're posting. So, all right. All right. Annual death rate. World death rate. All right. All right, 7.6. 7.6. That is moderation. All right, so also you have to take in consideration is the birth rate. Subtract from the birth provides the natural increase. So this is what is the crude death rate? So you have to look at that. Crude death rate indicates the number of deaths occurring during the year per thousand people population estimated mid-year. Subtracting the crude death rate from the crude birth rate provides the rate of natural increase, which is the rate of the population change, and in the absence of migration. All right. So point. Let me find a calculator, and I have one. Because I'm a number shift. Okay. 0.6, right? So if it is 7.579, all right, 7.579 times 7.5 times. All right, that's crazy. All right. I'm not for 7. I'm not equating. But what I will say is that point 0.6 minus 0.579 are 0.021. That is the effect COVID has had increased, or it does. That is the only different factor that has happened. Uh, the only exterior factor that could have increased the death rate is COVID. Is COVID? It's or it could be the flu is worse, but it's the death rate has increased from last year to this year. World death rate, not by millions, Tim, not by millions, by 0.021 times 1,000. That is, it's increased by 21 people per 1,000 worldwide. 21 people per 1,000 worldwide. What is causing that? Here's a question. Is it COVID? Because things COVID would have reflected in 2019. Could it be complications from the vaccination? I mean, you got to take everything in consideration. What has made it go up 0.02%? What has now per thousand or per thousand? Per thousand, it is per thousand 7. Now, what has made that gone up, Sarah? I'll ask you. Could it be people having reactions from the vaccination? I know that a lot of people that I personally know who've had the vaccination have increased lymph nodes, have gotten lung clots, they have gotten, let's see, lung cancers popping up, breast cancer. I don't know. Has that increased? I'm just saying. You know what, Tim? God doesn't kill. Tim is saying it's God killing them off, and is it God? Those of us who know God know that God doesn't kill off. God allows your choices to kill you off. As in the Bible, which is told over and over and over again, every time people relied on God, God was there for them. and God protect his people. It's like under the wings of eagles, like a chicken. But the minute you take your hand off God and you think, and the Bible is riddled with that, riddled. I can, Jeremiah, Joshua, every time people try to do it on their own, uh, God says, okay, I'm gonna let you. It's kind of like what's going on in the country because we're living in the twilight zone. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. So is God killing? You know what? Who wrote? You know what? Tim. I'm not debating who wrote the Bible. All right, the Bible was written over the course of was it 14,000 years? 14,000. They discovered so much, and I can debate, but unless you read the Bible, I'm not going to debate you. You know, I'm not going to debate non-believers on this because everybody's got a right to believe him or not believe. And who am I? Who am I to convince you? I don't want to convince you. Are you kidding? I've got enough issues trying to be an obedient Christian. I know that without rules, I'm a bad girl. Don't tell me what to do unless it's God. It's in the Constitution, which to me was, George. Look at George Spurgeon, fantastic preacher from England. My people originally stepped foot in Maryland to escape religious persecution. He was a horse thief. He was a horse thief. He escaped hanging, but he got on the same boat that all right, squirrel. All right, and the goal here is to talk about MS, about our health, and about dealing with things. Also, I wanted to tell you, and I'm going to show you something because I did this. My legs are getting weaker. All right, time. My legs are getting weaker. And why are my legs getting weaker? Because I don't want to exercise. So while I talk to you, while you chat back and forth, I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to show you leg strength. All right, so you see that I am a walking disaster, and I you know what? And here's the scary thing. I fell a couple times uh, over the past week, and I needed help getting up because my legs were too weak. So anyway, get yourself a dog a leather strap or this. And you see, I've done so many videos, and and practice holding it, holding. Now we have to force strengthen the legs. I figure if I do this online while you're watching me, I'm more likely to do it, right? So I think we should maybe, let's see, it's Tuesday, maybe on Thursday, I'll start this and then I will, we'll do some, you know what, let's do that. All right, let's do that. Let's do an exercise All right, let's do an exercise thing. So every time we do MS Frontiers, I want you to, or MS Frontiers, how about MS Live? Let's bring, if you don't work out, bring 3 pound weights. All right, three, and let's spend, let's do two things at once. I just like multitasking. So yeah, start with stretching. Jane is hi, Aunt Andrea. Um, Thank you for the time check, Chris. All right, discipline. All right, discipline, discipline. Jane is holding me to death because it is the most important thing we should be doing, and it's stretching. Stretching. Chris, all right. You know what? Amen. Chris did 20 push-ups while I did a couple squats. Hi, Tim. And so anyway, she did 20. I love that. I love that. Uh, so we have to. So Jim, what we're gonna do is on Thursday, we're gonna show up with weights. Weights. If you don't work out at all, use 3 pounds. If you work out regularly, you can use 5 pounds. We're gonna do lots of breaths. So don't, and you don't want to exhaust yourself. So you can use 8 pounds or whatever. Oh, Susan did push-ups. She did 30. Yeah, push-ups. And I will tell you something. I used to do that back when I was healthier. I would rather do a push-up. In fact, a layout push-up on toes. I'd rather do that than I would a squat. Yeah. So I want to hear any of you show-offs doing push-ups. All right. I want you to tell me when you do a squat, all right? Like a doorknob squat. By the way, I didn't get as low as I should. So doorknob squat. Yeah, Jake, you did not. You did not. I can smell a lie. Jane saying she trumped everybody, but anyway. So we're gonna do it there. So all spread. Let's do it because what am I supposed to do today? Because yesterday I read my book. I read no 2 days ago on Sunday. I read Bible. I watched nothing but over and over again. I watched Bible church services of people who fed me. I did that, but so today I'm not allowed to take today off. So today I'm either lift weights, do some squats. I did it first thing in the morning, and then I have to swim. I've got to swim today, which is why my hair is a mess right now because I'm gonna dive in the chlorine. I gotta swim, but I'll tell you what. I'm binding my knees together, my ankles together. Scares the heck out of people because, once you bind that, and then I put a floaty in between my legs so my butt's up, and then I dive under the water and I start swimming. And I'm doing better. So I dive in. No, I don't dive. All right. I start swimming. Bring it over, put my hand in the pool like a needle, and then I stretch, turn. Huh. And I don't know. I don't know. So by half a mile, it's so fast. I cut off about 8 minutes. It takes me about 8 minutes less time. So now it's like a half a mile in 28, 27 minutes versus 35. Jane's doing her yoga and impact. Anyway, all right. So I did the squats, talked about the vaccination, talked about the death rate, and it's not to get you not to take any of the vaccination. I don't want you to believe in something that you don't want to believe in. Again, I don't. This is I'm sharing what everybody is saying. It's not about it's just not about trying to influence you as much as it's trying to inform you. Tim, I was telling everybody that if anybody knew me as a younger person, what wasn't weren't Tim was my partner. Tim was my partner in crime. I'm telling you, bad apples. We were bad. We weren't that bad. We were self-destructive. But then again, there was nothing. Anybody telling me not to do something, I do it. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Don't ride on the roof of the Cutlass. Or yeah, when you're going. Remember the roof riding? Remember on your car? I used to climb up on his car, hold on Tim's car, hold on to it, and he would go. And it's stupid stuff. So I used to do that. Yeah, yeah. Just, and you know what? It just bad. I'm bad without the Bible, and I'm bad without rules. So what I'm saying, Tim, is that when they told me to take the COVID vaccine, it's I am a rebel. I'm a rebel. Such a rebel. It's like no one tells me. I mean, my spouse. I just anybody tells me to do something. My doctors, they can suggest if somebody suggests something to me, I may research it and come to that conclusion on my own. But Tim's laughing. Yeah, I'm reminding you. Oh, we're playing Van Halen. Van Halen. You played Van Halen. Uh, it was beautiful. It was good. And I'll let you know. First time I met Tim, he was supposed to go on a blind date with Audrey, my girlfriend. Came over to her house, knocked on the door. I opened the door. He looked at me and he says, "Oh God, you're not my date. You're not." And I said, no, thank God. No, thank God. Tim, look at me. Look at me now. Look at me now. Yeah, I might have been an ugly duckling. Actually, you have to admit that I was a legend in my own mind. Yeah, 8 track, a legend in my own mind. So even then, see, you thought you were out of my league, and I was convinced I was out of your league. And anyway. So what I'm saying is that I'm a rebel, but just because I've been saved by grace and God, I constantly look at where I'm convicted, where am I wrong, where is somebody's the person that can bully me now. Thank you, Tim. The person that can bully me now is the person who beats me with the Bible. Says, this is what the Bible says, and you need to be obedient, Yeah, then I acquiesced but it doesn't say that's who runs my life. Uh, uh, all right, all right. So let's go back and read some. All right, what you're gonna read? What? Oh, the Bible. What are you reading, Tim? What part of the Bible? What part of the Bible? I read a couple passages in Mark. That was the last. Mark and James. I jumped all over and did that so I can. As I wrote it down, I put it in my Bible. Um, all right, so I get the all right. Two. Jane says every morning 1 cup of coffee, 2 cups, and she does yoga and impact. So all right, Tim, what you know what? Matthew 5:7. All right, but she does that. Let's see. The mermaid suit, the Finn was supposed to come on Friday. It's not here, so I can't do a video. It didn't come on Saturday. I got emails that said it was received in Washington, D.C. at a post office facility, but now I'm getting messages saying it's gonna arrive late. So it didn't come yesterday. It didn't come Friday, Saturday, um, Monday, today. We'll see if it comes today. But in fact, that was some of my excuse. I don't have all of my equipment, so I'm not going to swim, which is not true. I got to get myself in the pool. All right, so it says drop bomb. I have to, Jane, you talk about exercising. I have to push myself every day. All right, Sarah, you were up early and you were taking your daughter, and you didn't have time to exercise. Jane exercised, putting us on chain. I did 2 sets of hi, Mary. It has been a long time. So I did squats twice today. A set of squats. I'm going to do a set of squats. There. See, I'm reading. Uh, all right. Let's see. All right. And Jane's talking about great music. Great music to go with. Uh, yeah, I go with working out. And I can't put on music, by the way. I can't know it, any of this music because it's a copyright. If I have any music on in the background and YouTube hears it, like it's a copyright infringement because everybody who listens to it needs to spend money on buying it. That's what they. All right, Matthew 5:7 is awesome. All right, so real quick. All right, somebody post Matthew 5:7, that verse for me so I can read it out loud. I got it. All right, hang on. I've got Bibles everywhere. So here's my Bible. One. I've got a larger Bible. All right, Matthew. All right. Acts, John, Luke, Mark, Matthew. I know it's top of the hour. Very fun. Matthew. All right, here we go. That's beautiful. That's all right. Matthew 5:7. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. In fact, I will say that I read my verse here was be careful at judging others, because you will be judged by the same measure that you use to judge others. And that's a message for all of us Christians. All right, we're supposed to be the first to forgive and pray, and not judge those who condemn us or persecute us. I don't know. We've got to love everybody. All right. So go to msfrontiers.org. Thank you for your prayers. I know a lot of you have prayed for me. Thank you. So, thank you for your prayers. And until we meet on Thursday, may God bless you and keep you. May He shine His face upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you His peace. And again, if you don't have Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you want to know the comfort of Christ, just all you have to do is ask Christ to come into your heart. Receive. Ask and you shall receive. It's don't go to, it doesn't, you don't find faith in churches. I didn't. Anyway, I love you all, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye, guys.